So someone went on a little vacation.
It was a vacation till like the days leading up to coming home.
Oh, naturally. Yeah, I
Yeah.
when I was on Christmas break and like Thursday rolled around and I was supposed to go back Tuesday. I was like, fuck. I'll be working again sooner than later, and I was not feeling it.
Mm, God damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I just
Guess
I
that's perks of retail. I never have enough time off to be like, damn, I have to go back to work.
But that's also a downside too, is because like when Christmas break was coming up, everyone was like in a happier mood. They're like, dude, in a few days we don't have to be back at this fucking dump for like a week. It's gonna be awesome. And then, the the day before we leave for Christmas break, we're like, fuck, today is dragging ass. And it did. It was
Mhm.
supposed to be like a 7 hour day and it felt like 14.
Yeah. And then it feels like the same fucking thing, like the first day back. It just drags. It's like, fuck, why didn't I
Hmm.
extend my holidays? Absolutely hate
Yeah.
that shit. Yeah. Uh
It's definitely a double edged sword for sure.
like so far for the winter, I wasn't complaining for the fact that we experienced a brown Christmas in Canada this year.
You know,
Like we had like
let's use a different phrase for that.
fair enough.
I,
No snow Christmas. There we go.
how about a
There we go.
green Christmas?
So like this no snow Christmas that we had, like normally where I live in Canada, in like Western Canada, we would get it roughly about mid-October, beginning of November, and it never showed. We had like one little light dusting and it melted away the next day, and it was like that all the way through Christmas, even New Year's. We didn't even get snow till about January the 5th, 6th.
Mhm.
And now we're just near the tail end of what we consider our cold snap, where it looks all hunky dory, but then we get a week or two of like minus 45 to like minus 50 with the wind chill, which as as many Americans would think, oh, bundle up, you're staying home, places shut down. Fuck no. We're still getting up, going to school, going to work. We don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
We fucking don't want to. But unless we want the heating bill to, the heating to still keep going, we got to get our asses to work.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
School shut down.
Um,
The fire department's like, don't leave unless you have to.
yeah,
My work, even though it's non-essential, is like, that's fucking crazy. Anyways, so if you're not here by this time, we're gonna break your fucking
Mm-hmm.
knees.
pretty much. Yeah, like it. Even when I was working in construction, like when I like the last job I had, I was delivering drywall to sites. And the thing is, like, it was great when you had the hydraulic arm, like loading up drywall and then being boomed like 50 feet to the windows above. And they're like, oh, yeah, it's too cold to run the hydraulics, so you guys are going to have to carry it by hand. It's like, fuck you. So, yeah, like, moral of the story, Canada's not worth the living. It gets too fucking cold. Just don't do it.
Yeah, it's the same way in the like northern Midwest, man. It's so fucking cold here in Illinois.
No, I cannot. Well, like, I don't know. If I had the choice, like, even getting hired for level design, if I had the choice to move to the States somewhere warm, oh, I'd do it in a heartbeat. I'd say toodaloo to Canada so fast. Just, yeah. A lot of people here will make the joke, like, oh, we don't have tornadoes, we don't have alligators, we don't have this, but we have a cold snap. I'm like, I think I'll risk it with that than going through a cold hell. I've been through enough of this shit. 30,
Dude,
31, going 32 years almost now. Fuck.
dude,
Speaking of a cold day in hell,
Mhm.
this is the BPGN podcast. I am Captain Chronoton. Alongside me today, we have, as always, our fearless leader.
Bigger Gamer, how's it going, everyone? Happy New Year to all of you.
And back with us, thankfully, our little gnome, Papa Gnome.
That's me. I'm Papa Gnome. I hope you guys had a great new year. Hope you guys are staying warm.
Yeah.
And most importantly, I really hope that you guys are having a great day. I'm just kidding. Go fuck yourselves.
There it is. I was wondering how long it was going to take to get to that part.
No, honestly, like, it's been going pretty good despite the cold, but it's been all right. I went for a small vacation to Banff for a week. It was nice. We stayed at the Fairmont, very old hotel, but I did feel like a fish out of water there. I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Mr. Deeds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the Fairmont is very like high society. And the only reason why I ended up going there is because my wife, the company she works for, was there for a conference, and they're allowed to bring their spouses along. I'm like, okay. So I get there next day. I'm like, all right, well, they got 5 different restaurants. I go grab some food. I'm wearing like band shirt, shorts, Vans, walking around, and everyone else is like fucking polo shirts, just dressed more better. I'm like, I really don't belong in this picture right now.
I came a little underdressed for the situation.
Very fucking underdressed, like shit. I think like in the evening, once I started seeing people like, like in like dresses and like 3-piece suits, I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, I'm out of here. Peace.
I really hope my wife has nothing to do with this, otherwise it's going to be super awkward when I show up wearing a Megadeth shirt in this photo.
Well, the shirt that I'm wearing right now of Chucky and Tiffany, it says "See you in hell." When we got there, the fucking bellhops showed up to unload the car, and I had my jacket in the back. So for them to see me with this shirt, I'm like, "Hello, sir. How are you today?" I'm like, "Oh, fuck me. This is a bad image off to a very bad start." But
I thought it would have been like, dude, you're supposed to come in through the back to clock in, you fucking idiot.
yeah, no. Oh, I was waiting for them like, "Oh, you working with us today?" I'm like, "Oh shit." But I wasn't too bad.
I'm a customer, I think. I didn't pay for this fucking place.
I will say this though. I don't know if you guys been keeping tabs on this game, but Suicide Squad killed the Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have high hopes for it anymore.
Yeah, that recent footage that they've been showing, like number one, that's one of the ugliest fucking heads-up displays I've ever seen in a video game.
It's a mess
in my life. It's so confusing. Like I thought Red Dead's was cluttered. Like Red Dead 2 when it came out, I was like, okay, there is so much shit on this HUD. Once you learn what it means, then it's manageable. But that was just chaos.
Well, like I think the footage I've seen is when you're fighting, I think like the Flash or something like that. And just the HUD is a mess. And then you see like the combo numbers like flying all over the place. I'm like, hey, whoa. Like settle the fuck down. I'm like, this is confusing as shit.
Yeah.
But you hear like a lot of YouTubers were like they were flown to Warner Brothers to play test the game, and they even had to sign like NDAs, like and they couldn't talk about their experience for like over a week until it got lifted. Then they all said like how they really felt about the game.
This game fucking sucks.
Like I wanted it to be good, but I have a really
coming from Rocksteady, set in the Arkham verse.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot going for it. I don't know what happened.
What was the other game that came out? It wasn't like Batman, but it had like
Gotham Knights.
Yeah, Gotham Knights. Yeah, I didn't really keep track of that one, but like all the titles I've seen like videos about it.
Yeah.
And like what you said as well, like when we were talking about like just games we were excited for, and you're like, I've lost all hope for it. I saw like a little bit of gameplay. I was like, I have no expectations for it. Not even it's off my radar for sure now. And then they announced that other one, and I'm like, I don't care.
Well, with Gotham Knights, I didn't buy day one because I had that gut instinct, and then a friend gifted it to me on Steam, and he got the deluxe edition for me for $12. I'm like, wow, that's very low. And I played it, and like, yeah, I'm glad I didn't buy this day one. It's a looting game. Like it's not fun. at all. Like I
Yeah,
was just very pissed off with it.
yeah. I wish the loot shooter kind of formula would just die off. It's being milked, and I didn't like it with Borderlands,
Yeah.
and it's definitely old and overused for sure now.
Well,
Hmm.
Captain, like for you, like you're the biggest DC fan out of all of us here. Like, how do you
Sure.
really feel about like what the fuck Rocksteady is doing with this? Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's I'm holding off full remarks until the game actually comes out, and I can really watch someone play it on Twitch and
mhm,
get a feel for it. I love the concept of the game. Like I said, being set in the Arkham verse, having Boomerang, having Harley, having fucking Samoa Joe as King Shark.
oh
Like, there's so
yeah,
much good there. And I liked the idea of hopping back and forth between characters. I thought that was good. I thought they picked a good cast. But then, yeah, I see this first footage, and yeah, I mean, it's disappointing. It's because really, since the last Arkham game, which was also Rocksteady,
hmm
and the Injustice, anything to do with Injustice, those are the only two properties that actually do DC superheroes right, or only two companies.
hmm
So yeah, I don't know. I'd love to see a good solid DC game. Like, I mean, we've got the Marvel Spider-Man games. We know that Logan's coming up,
Oh,
or Wolverine.
have you seen the leaked footage of Wolverine?
No, I didn't watch any of it.
Oh, it looks so good. I'm so happy with it. I just need the money to get a PS5 now. Damn it.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, with Suicide Squad, it's just like with the concept, they should have been making money hand over fist. But
Yeah,
like the more that they show, the more it's going down. And what I find out is that when it releases, it's online and
yes.
multiplayer only at first, and there will be an offline single player later on in the year. And I don't know about that. That's so
Yeah,
stupid.
that pisses me off actually.
Like,
It should be the other way around if it's any way around.
yes.
You release the single player campaign and then you add the multiplayer DLC at a later time when you've got your servers ready. You don't do it the other way around because
Mm,
that means they're not done with the single player yet.
yeah. It's
But
just
they want
like
to make money, so they're releasing it as a multiplayer game. When that's probably what it was originally not preemptively designed
Which,
for,
which game
mhm.
is this
and
again?
got converted at midway point.
Suicide Squad.
Mm. Yeah, they really need to start cracking down on games that are like that release half done. Remember Halo Infinite? I know this is out of your
Mhm.
thing, but
We all
so
remember
Halo
it.
Infinite was was b- b- below a bare bones game because every Halo from 3 all the way to before Infinite always released with a cooperative mode, forge mode, and theater mode. Infinite had none of that. They had fuck all, which a huge key component to Halo is cooperative because you can play with your friends and shit.
Mhm.
The fact that it did not release with that is just so apparently disgusting because like it had nothing to it. There was literally the campaign and then a shitty half attempt at a multiplayer. So they kicked this fucking game out, and then now they've added all the features that I really wanted. I don't care anymore. And
Mhm.
so now, like the consumer should be like saying like to these companies, like if you're not going to release something that should be in the game to begin with, don't fucking release it till it's ready.
I think
You got to vote with your wallet sometimes.
Yeah,
the thing is that like with more, and it's mainly like the big name companies really that are doing this. It's gonna get to a point where like the fans are gonna get right pissed, and they're gonna know that they have to like go, okay, these are our consumers. Without these guys, we don't have a job. We don't have money in the bank. They're gonna have to backpedal because like I could understand in a sense of like an indie developer, like not having everything 100%, but when the indie developer is doing better than the AAA guys,
100%.
that shows. That's like, maybe you guys should focus on your story building, your world, everything that made your company what it is. Like, continue that and you'll have a dedicated fan base. Like, you know how we went from Red Dead Redemption 2, which was like game of the year, everyone fucking talked about, we're all still talking about it. And then they
Hmm.
get to the definitive trilogy edition. It's somewhat playable now, there's still a couple bugs there. But at release, I'm like, why? You know what I mean? Like, obviously, a quick cash grab.
Yeah, also like they took down like all the mods and shit of the original games that made them look obviously way better.
They were handing out, like, they were, like, threatening modders. They were giving, like, cease and desist of, like, no, don't. Because, like, obviously that's what they were doing. But modders were doing it better from the footage that you
Yeah,
see on YouTube. It's like, shit, man. It's,
yeah, it just looked fucking the how it looks now compared to like the modding communities. It's day and night, and you can tell which one's Rockstar, and it's disgusting at how low grade it is compared to some fucking kissless virgin who's like, I really like these games, and he made them look phenomenal, a chef's kiss. Meanwhile, a group of people that are paid to do it, it looks like a slightly better version of it.
So, from my understanding, Grove Street Games, who did the definitive trilogy
yeah.
release, so it wasn't Rockstar directly, but it was someone working under Rockstar.
Right.
Um, but my understanding is they didn't port the PlayStation 2 game; they ported the mobile game,
Oh, God.
and that's why it looks so terrible.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
They didn't even do it correctly. They did like the dumbed down shit version of it.
Like, if you think about it, if it wasn't for this trilogy, Rockstar wouldn't be the name that it is.
Right. And they
True.
couldn't even give it the decent love and care themselves to do it.
I don't know. I really think it was Manhunt that made them a household name.
That's not far off either.
I'm joking, but that game is badass.
Oh no, but
Well, I
like
mean,
that's a fair point though, because like Rockstar, like they didn't just have GTA on the PS2. They had Bully, they had Manhunt, they had
Mhm.
Midnight Club. Like they were
Yeah.
like
Yep.
right and left hooks, hand over fist. They were doing good. But yeah, like it's in news today that I found out, Ubisoft made it announced today that soon the consumer won't won't be able to say that they own a game anymore.
Oh, I saw something about that.
I was like,
Yeah.
you are out of your fucking mind. I'm like,
I think it's sort of like Xbox Game Pass though, with what they're trying to push to their to the consumers, because like I have obviously Xbox Game Pass because I'm a fucking dweeb. So like I think they're a part of that in that thing now, because like
Yeah.
EA is also in it. So because I've been playing Far Cry 6. I'll tell you about that some other time, but not right now. So like what they're saying is like essentially you pay us a flat rate, you get all these games under like this umbrella, but if we ever feel like we want you to buy the fucking game, you're going either to buy it or you won't play it.
Yeah.
And then you'll. But that's my interpretation of them saying that. But I feel like they're the kind of company that would just pull the rug even if you did buy the fucking game on you.
What's even more funny is that they just released the new Prince of Persia as well, and it's getting a lot of praise. People are loving it so far. And it's like, hey, we're doing good. Let's really rip the rug under our consumers now, huh? It's like, let it be a good thing for a bit, man. Like,
Well,
shit.
well, you just said exactly that. Is they typically lately the past 10 years, every game they've released, they've somehow shit the bed terribly.
Oh, they have. Easily.
And like now they've released a great game, Prince of Persia. I've never played it. I don't care. Not my cup of tea. But because everyone's praising it, they're like, hold on. Something's not right. We didn't fuck something up. Let us say something absolutely fucking stupid.
Yeah. Positive press.
No,
we don't want that. Like, shit.
Speaking of Prince of Persia, though, I do straight up wish they would do a remake of like the PS2 Xbox era Prince of Persia games, because those motherfuckers were awesome.
I thought there was talks of that at one point, and then
I fucking hope so, man.
There better be, because like,
especially if they bring Godsmack back.
Oh, I don't think that they will leave them out on that. Like, I feel that if Remedy is remaking Max Payne 1 and 2 from that PS2 era, like, it doesn't, why not Prince of Persia?
Yeah.
Like, it's just, yeah, it shows our age when like games from the 2000s are getting a remake, but fuck, I'll buy them day one and play it now, because
Well,
like even just to get a working copy nowadays is a pain in the ass.
well, it's Ubisoft as well, so they'd find a way
Yeah.
to absolutely fuck it up, and they're like, oh, everyone's excited for this. Literally, they know it's filled with microtransactions. It's now a loot shooter for some reason.
Mhm.
We've taken everything good that you loved about the game, threw it out, and replaced it with a terrible dog shit system.
And we need money. I'm like, no.
I
You need
I
to
started,
make that work.
I started playing Far Cry 6, and there's a reason why I've been avoiding it for so long, and it's because it's painfully average. Even for a Far Cry game, it's not good.
I've heard Far Cry 6 was horrible.
Yeah, so like in the other games, you had like a perk system. You know, you over time, you know, your character would be able to do more abilities, do more cool shit, find more cool shit.
Mm-hmm.
And now with this game, you have to wear your clothes hold magical abilities. And they're like, oh, with this helmet, you do more damage. With this shirt, you carry more ammo. With these pants, you're able to carry more grenades. With these shoes, you're able to jump higher and run faster, like they're PF fucking flyers.
This sounds like
It's
Bioshock Infinite.
It sounds. I was like, it sounds like an RPG. You're playing an RPG.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
but like the perks were like so like in the perks you're able to like
Bro's finding out about armor class for the first time right now.
no well like because like in like the other games that wasn't a thing. Now all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna follow all these mechanics that have not fit Far Cry ever. Now we're gonna try them out. It's like I don't listen. Just give me the perks. I want to be able to learn how to assassinate people from jumping on them or being under the floorboards like a little rat. I don't want
I get that.
to wear
I mean, it's like when
magical
Assassin's Creed
clothes
did
that let me do
Origins.
that. Yeah.
Mm.
Origins completely changed how Assassin's Creed formula worked.
Right, you guys
It wasn't
mentioned
even
that.
close to the same type of game.
Yeah, unreal. It's just, I don't know how to really describe it. Just I really hope the games industry, especially like the big names, really get their heads out of their asses for like just going straight for microtransactions, half-ass. Like, yes, we do have a thing as day one patches. They're not fucking going anywhere. But when you're about to ship it as a broken mess and still have the balls to push microtransactions, pre-orders and stuff like that, like that's dirty. Like the way you see it, it makes you really kind of worried that if we're gonna get another game crash like we did with the Atari. Like I know that's a big stretch, but like think about it. It's really a gamble because like the price of games now, like for you guys, I believe it's what 60 American for a full price
70
game.
now. 70
60 to
for
70.
AAAs.
60, 70 for us is 80 to 90 in Canada. And
Well,
like
yeah,
for me,
for,
like
for every $1
fuck,
we have, it's like 10 maple syrup monies for you,
it's
or
pretty
whatever the
fucking
conversion is.
much. It's just like it's not worth risking it or gambling it anymore. Like I can't say I really will get games day one unless it's an indie title because I
Yeah.
feel like they've been doing really good.
Oh, it's sad that like the past 5 years, a lot of the better games have been made by a bunch of dweebs that don't even do it for like a full-time job. They're like, oh, this is a hobby of mine.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, AAA games are like, hey, let's release this half-broken shit mess
Well,
that
go ahead.
that everyone's been expecting, and it's not even half the fucking game that anyone's asked for.
Well, and even for these games, like whether it's like the biggest examples I have is like Overwatch 2 or Modern Warfare 3. They're not even another sequel. They're like 2.5, like 1.5 for Overwatch and then 2.5 for fucking Call of Duty. Just because the short ass campaign is the same fucking game, and it's just the same maps.
And like a lot of the shit that they added could have just been a decent sized update for Modern Warfare 2. And then Modern Warfare 3, it's the campaign, it's not even like a campaign, it's just more like Spec Ops essentially.
Yeah.
Which was like from like the original Modern Warfare 2 or the Modern Warfare trilogy and shit. But like it should have been more shit added to it for sure, like an actual fleshed out story. but it's not what everyone was wanting. I don't know. I can't justify even spending $45 on that fucking thing, let alone 70.
No, I hope for the company that I do end up working for, like actually like realizes that this should be a priority over like, okay, how many little fuckers can we screw over in microtransactions? Like, I want to make a game that's worthwhile. Like, when you buy a game that has my fucking name in the credits, I don't want you to feel screwed over. Like, I'd rather that person like go like, you know what, this is well paid off, well worth my money. Thank you. Like, that's all I want more than anything. It's just,
Yeah, not every developer has the funds and the means to do an apology tour for their game, like CD Projekt Red did
yeah.
with Cyberpunk, or with whoever made No Man's Sky.
I don't think they even
Oh,
had the funds for that. They just made it work somehow.
no.
Because they were like
Right, that's what I'm saying though.
WOP.
Like that, but those are two developers who released a broken game that had overpromised and made it right for their fans and actually earned back a lot of goodwill.
Mm-hmm.
But not everybody has the ability to do that.
Yeah.
Like 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna end up with a Cyberpunk or a No Man's Sky that once they're finally fucking done cooking 3 years later, game of a generation type shit.
Yeah.
But
Oh, for sure. But
the
everyone's
devs
trying to be
needed that
that.
extra time, and I really think that CD Projekt Red learned a lesson in that they were trying to appease their shareholders, and that's why they released it early against the wish of the devs. And now that the game has been mostly fixed, we still need one more big patch. But now that the game's been mostly fixed, you hear the devs talking about Project Orion. I'm talking about the next Witcher game. And now the mindset is they're done when they're done.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's such a, like I said, they learned all the bad press, all the returned copies. That was a huge hit for them financially. But then, Phantom Liberty sold 50 million copies in 2023. It only came out in August.
Shit.
So from August to December, it sold 50 million copies, which means they earned a lot of fucking goodwill back.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're going to make sure that that sticks around by going, nope, if it takes 10 years for the next game, that's what it takes.
Like, the fact that they realize that they fucked up and they, like, as you said, you can't do an apology tour. I agree with you. But the fact that they realize that, like, look, this was bad, really fucking bad.
Mm-hmm.
And they spent all these years, and you could see the improvements too. Like, I
Yep.
fired up Cyberpunk late last night, and it can now run on my PC without fucking overheating. I can actually enjoy the goddamn thing. Like, and it looks beautiful.
They optimized it.
It is amazing fucking game. And like they even just won an award recently at the Game Awards for best community support for a game, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
Like if we had more care for that in the bigger names, it would be well worth spending like full price for a game then.
Mm-hmm.
It's just,
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's why, I'm against pre-ordering games now.
Mhm.
But even with the shit show that Cyberpunk was, I kind of want to go ahead and pre-order whatever the next CD Projekt Red release is and be like, let's see if you follow through.
Well, like you said, like a lot of faith came back
Mm-hmm.
after that.
Yeah.
Look, you have,
And I
full
trust
faith.
them again.
Exactly.
There's also like some games though that like release kind of in like a bad state, but like within a month they're like fixed, and that's like every Battlefield game,
Yeah.
aside from 5. After the 5, it was downhill from there. But like every Battlefield game for the most part, it releases. It obviously everyone and their fucking mother's playing it, so the servers are screaming for help,
Mm-hmm.
and then they're buggy, glitchy, and shit. And then like after a month, it's great, it's fine, it plays great, all that jibbery jazz, and then the next one comes out, it's the same issue, rinse repeat. So like I get with like a lot of multiplayer games, I get that. Like I play Escape from Tarkov, every time it wipes, the first month is hell because everyone's trying to play it. Sometimes you're in a queue for like 4 or 5 hours waiting to sign in.
Right.
And so like, but like with single player games, oh absolutely, like you have to. I can understand like some bugs being here or there, but with like but if it's like too broken to work, you really shit the bed.
Oh, yeah. Like, yeah, like there will be day one patches for
Oh,
a
sure.
long time. But yeah, like you never fucking should ship that out. Like it's sad that shareholders and that have more power than developers because it's like they don't care. They could take that as a tax write off for all they care about.
yeah.
But the
Or
devs is like that's my name on a very bad game. You
and
know?
like another
Yeah.
thing, like I appreciate about them as well, like CD Projekt Red, the Cyberpunk thing was like people were like demanding refunds and shit. They were like, okay, like we're giving you your money back, but you can also keep the game. So when we do turn it around, you can play it again and be like, wow, it's actually fixed and it's great. And they did exactly that. So at least they had like some goodwill with it as well, and they weren't like
Yeah.
spitefully returning the money and be like, fuck it, we're done with this project. Like most games that are
Like
shittily made.
I really, really wish they would go ahead and get that patch out for Cyberpunk because melee finishers are still broken. Red was watching me play, and I was in some parts of the DLC. The screen, like my HUD, just goes black.
I think
Like
that
I can
happened
still
like three
see.
times I've seen it.
Yeah,
You did like a hard reset and went back in and
yeah,
same.
yeah. It was bizarre.
But
So there's still some graphical issues. There's still some combat issues and stuff like that. I've noticed some translation issues and stuff. So that's part of why they're moving away. Like when they finish Cyberpunk 2 completely, last patch comes out, or finish Cyberpunk. That's it for the Red engine. So the same engine they built The Witcher, all of that on, they're retiring it. And
Are they moving on to the green engine?
I think, what did I read? That they're using
Unreal?
I don't know. I think so.
It wouldn't surprise me with Unreal 5 because like even when they debuted what was it, MetaHuman this year? Like that's just fucking insane. Like I can't wait to use
Well,
that
and
software.
most everyone that is in development knows how to use Unity. Where if you got hired by CD Projekt Red, you had to learn how to use Red Engine.
Right.
So the first few months of any new hire, they weren't actively working on a project. They were trying to figure out your spaghettified fucking code that you call a fucking engine.
Yeah.
And it is spaghetti code. Like that's why every time they patch something, something else breaks. And then they're like, "Why the fuck did it break that quest?" I don't know. It just did.
The first time I ever seen like what spaghetti code looked like in school, holy fuck. I was like, yeah, I will gladly stay in the design department. You guys have fun with this shit. Like, I want no part of this.
Bethesda's fucking Starfield has like a broken issue that like it made me just uninstall it and I haven't played it since. Is there's like a quest line where you get this badass ship when you're done, but you need to turn over this tablet to this guy. But when I go to talk to him, he's like, "Hey, how's it going? What's up? What are you doing? What do you want?" And it's like, but he will not let me genuinely talk to him to hand him this fucking tablet.
It doesn't actually give you the dialogue option.
Yeah, so I'm just like, he's just giving me like NPC answers, like he's just some random ass guy in a fucking bar. But like, I need you to talk to me so I can give you this fucking tablet so I can move on with this goddamn quest line so I can get this cool ass ship and absolutely destroy bad guys.
I actually did read something about this one, about what you're talking about, because it seems like it's a common glitch. Have you tried putting him in rice?
I did. I tried turning it off and back on again. I tried uninstalling it and reinstalling it. I tried unplugging it and plugging it back in. I also did the thing where I take my companion, I take him out back, away from everyone, and then I fucking kill him, and then I go inside and try and talk to him again. Nothing's worked.
Have you tried going to the afterlife? Because I find that when I'm trying to get a quest to trigger, going to the afterlife triggers the quest. That's a Cyberpunk specific reference for you.
Oh, I know. I've played Cyberpunk. But no, that I've tried finding the afterlife in that game. It just tells me to get fucked. It's a different game, nerd. And then it bullies me and takes my lunch money.
Kind of rewinding back a bit to what you said about Starfield, where you got so frustrated with it that you basically uninstalled the game and never played it again.
Right.
That is what is considered basically the elevator pitch for games, is that as us as consumers, that when we have the game in our hand or someone's trying to explain to us an elevator pitch, like having a certain time frame, till that our interest just goes, okay, no, fuck you, like kicks in.
Yep,
That's like
that's what happened to me.
exactly, like the more that happens with a lot of these big AAA games, you're just going to lose a lot more consumers, and it's a shame, honestly. It just, I don't know. And again, seeing Starfield, I really had no interest just because Captain said it best. It's fucking Skyrim in space.
I mean, it's a
space Ramen.
Space for men.
I mean, it would be a fun game if like I didn't have that fucking bug in it, because like the first ship you get, it's ass. One of the ships you can get, like in a quest line, or not really a quest line, but like you just kind of go there and kill everyone.
But that's the game. They don't have quest lines.
No, leave it to the modders to fix that shit.
Something. Well, there was one where it's like, hey, do you hear about this ship? It's on this planet. Yeah, I'm curious. You go there, you kill everyone, you take the ship, and it's like it's great like right off the bat, but if you get it like a little bit later, it's just dog shit. So I'm forced to, I always sell it, but the ship that I want,
because it's just they're just randomly creating these environments for you, right?
No. Well, no, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I just this like.
Well, it reminds me of like in Skyrim when you do enough of like the Dark Brotherhood assassinations, then it just starts being like, Gerald in this joint, he needs to go, man, because I don't know, I'm out of quests, so I just picked a random NPC and put a fucking marker over his head for you.
No,
it feels kind of like that.
It's like one of those things. Well, it's like before that. Well, it's before you get to that point. It's just more like you just hear like an NPC is like, "Oh, I heard there's like a ship somewhere that's marooned on this planet or whatever." And it's like it belongs.
I thought you were gonna say the ship is maroon colored, and I'm like, that's wildly specific for an NPC.
It's stuck on this planet, and it's supposed to belong to this one space superhero. Or whatever. It's some stupid ass quest line like that. You just go there, you kill everyone, as you know you always do. You take the ship and you run off. But it's the ship. If you don't get it within like the first 10 levels, anything past that, it's just fucking dog shit. It's a dog shit ship. So it's meant for like early on, like an early go getter.
So talking about with Bethesda and Starfield, I went to look up like if they're still using the same fucking engine. They are.
They are.
So,
They are.
but here's the thing: an article I found, there was someone that interviewed, I think Todd Howard at Bethesda.
Oh, you mean God Howard?
Yeah, and asked like, why aren't you going to be using Unreal? Will you leave the creation engine? And the words were, I love Unreal, but what people are missing is that Bethesda's code base has been tailor-made for big open world RPGs. I'm like, you could still fucking do that with Unreal, man.
If
they
were to like make like another generation of the creation engine, that'd be great. But they've been using like the same one for like over 2 decades now.
You're not gonna like this. This was another statement from December 20th of 2023 that the creation engine, which was implemented in Starfield and will also be used to develop Elder Scrolls 6. So they're going to be sitting on that puppy for a bit still.
I mean,
it's so stupid that Skyrim that came out in 2011 and its sequel, which will come out 2025 probably at best, will be made on the same engine.
Up.
I mean, I feel like it would be better for like Elder Scrolls than, a game where you fly around in space and shit.
But I mean, like, I don't know. If you're wanting to like show how your game looks visually, like Unreal 5 does it. I will say this, if I had to choose visually what looks better between Unity and Unreal, I'm choosing Unreal.
Is Unity what Valve uses for like all their physics-based games?
No, Valve has their own engine, I believe.
No, but I think Valve, that's another one that I think is dropping their proprietary engine and is going to Unreal.
Yeah, which
I think I remember reading that it was kind of a big thing because Steam Engine is what they used for ages.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and Half-Life 2 physics were fucking incredible at the time.
I mean, it's still
And still hold up, yeah.
there was like a period where
Fucking
like
hitting people with the railgun, just pinning them to the wall.
or like if you have like the gravity gun, you'd pick up like a saw blade, you could like cut people in half and shit with it.
Yeah,
But like with
the game was dope.
Yeah, like for a while, all the games were like, we got to add these physics like this because Half-Life did it, and that game fucking rules. And then it went back.
Well, and then you build like Portal, which is literally about physics.
Oh yeah.
And then like after a while, like game companies like stopped doing that, and now how I value how much time they invested in making a game is by depending on whether or not I can shoot through a fence. Does my character have a reflection, and does he have a fucking shadow? Because if that game does not do all three of those things, or doesn't do, at least one of those things, it's kind of a trash game.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems to be that like the bigger the company, they have their own patented engine that they use. Like
I think that's gonna be a thing of the past in the very near future, especially with CD Projekt Red and Valve already switching over to a neutral one. I think that time is coming to an end, which I think is good in terms of developers getting jobs, because no matter where they go, they're going to be trained on the program that everyone's using. So great. Downside is we may lose some of that uniqueness that made all of these developers unique in the first place.
true.
Like a Capcom game doesn't play like a Rockstar game, doesn't play like a CD Projekt Red game, doesn't play like a Bethesda game. All of them have very unique feels to them and quirks and like whether it be how you can look at Starfield and look at Skyrim in an NPC conversation and be like, oh, and Fallout and be like, yes, this is all the exact same engine with a different skin on it.
Right.
You can just look at it and tell. And so and then same thing with Rockstar games, the way they play and feel, they're all Rockstar. That's how, when I started playing Red Dead 2, I was like, oh, okay, no, I figure I know the controls. It's Rockstar controls.
Is there?
I do worry that we'll lose some of that uniqueness.
That makes sense. I know, we're all beating on, Bethesda pretty hard here, but is there any big companies you wish to see move on to an actual Unreal 5?
Naughty Dog.
I agree.
I hate their engine. I hate it. I've never finished Last of Us. I've never finished an Uncharted because I cannot stand the fucking engine. It pisses me off and I uninstall.
The Uncharted games, I played all of them, and I don't hate them, but I do agree with you on the controls. They're very
terrible. They're not intuitive at all.
No. They're very, very fidgety too. I don't like that. Visually they look nice, but control-wise it could be better. Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, I remember trying The Last of Us, and I uninstalled that shit within 30 minutes. I just couldn't handle that. It was just dumb. The show's good, but but I can't really say much for the game.
I've watched people play it on Twitch, and yeah, it's an amazing story, but I'm not going to play it because I would get pissed off and die every 5 seconds.
That and stealth games, I'm not good with stealth.
I had the patience for stealth when I was younger. I don't have the patience for stealth now.
No, me neither.
When I was a teenager playing Splinter Cell on the original Xbox.
Oh yeah.
I would sit in a corner and map the routine of every NPC.
Right.
And then I'd be like, okay, in 5 seconds, this guy's going to walk over here. I can take him out. Turn. This guy will be walking and I can take him out. And then I'm planning out the full route. Now they're like, you can go in, quiet or you can go in loud. And I'm like, loud, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I just start blasting. That's why, in Cyberpunk, sometimes when you're doing a gig, you finish or doing a gig for a fixer, they'll come out after and they're like, "Come on, V, that was sloppy work. You're better than that." And I'm like, "You are the one who hired me. Do you not know how I do business?"
You've heard of me, obviously. You've
Well,
probably talked to other fixers. They
Right.
also know
You-
that I don't sneak around. I like to
Yeah,
make a lot of noise because stealth is for nerds, and I'm here to kill.
like
exactly.
it goes back to like Gnome and me like playing like Modern Warfare Call of Duty back in the day on the 360. Like if you wanted a stealth like person like on your team, you better not fucking call me. I was the
Right.
one that went in loud and fast, and
Mhm.
I had a lot of players mad at me for that. And I was like, look, I like action. I don't want to sit here and just count the stars. Like, let's go. But
That's
yeah.
why I hate Assassin's Creed because they always have that one mission like follow this guy, don't get caught. Follow the guy, don't get caught.
Mhm.
And I'm like, the guy moves for starters half a mile an hour.
Faster than
I've had farts that went faster that traveled further and faster than him in a shorter amount
Either
of
they
time.
walk so slow or they walk just faster than you can be stealth and follow them. Like that is the two like follow an NPC missions.
Yeah.
That you're just like one step per 3 seconds, or fuck, how does he? Oh, he's already around that corner. Fuck.
Or it's really annoying too is like you're following him like you're on the rooftops and shit. And then a guard for some reason is up there and goes, "Hey, you! What are you doing?" And you have to fight him. And it's like the guy is getting away. Well, no shit. I got tied up, fucking fighting this dude. What do you want from me?
Yeah.
There is
You
no.
should have killed him already. Get good.
I try, but by God, he's really good at defending my attacks. And I can't do what I like to do and throw him off the roof because all of a sudden the guy's like, "That guard fell off the roof. Someone's nearby trying to follow me."
So, we're talking about like the 360 days and whatnot. I now feel a little nostalgic here. Between two of you, can you guys give me at least one funny fucking like online chat room encounter, like playing a game, like whether like someone got really fucking pissed at you and you just laughed your ass off on it?
Actually, I just had this happen to me like last week.
What'd you do?
So I was playing Chivalry 2 and I'm absolutely atrocious at it.
Oh,
And it was
no.
my first game of the night and I went 1 kill and like 11 deaths. The guy messaged me and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? Are you cheating for the other team? You 1 and 11? You fucking suck. Like, touch grass or whatever. And I messaged back like, dude, I'm horrendous at this game, obviously. And I called him I was like, suck a fart, nerd. And I moved on with my day. I kept playing and I noticed the next game he wasn't in there. So I waited another game. He still wasn't in the lobby. So I messaged him like, did you rage quit, you fucking nerd? And he was caught up on the suck a fart, nerd.
You got one there, Captain?
This one would have been from the 360 days. Played a fuck ton of Halo 2 multiplayer.
This is way before 360. That's OG Xbox, baby.
That is OG Xbox.
Yeah.
Well, was that still Halo? Or was that still online multiplayer? Didn't come until 360.
No,
Halo 2. Oh, original Xbox.
Okay,
Yeah,
Halo
online.
2. Okay.
Yep.
I'm old. I forget things.
It's all good, buddy. We got you.
I would never forget that. I will remember that, but I will not remember what I had for lunch earlier today.
But I was working at a video store. I got off work at 10, and I would come home, boot up Halo 2, go in multiplayer, and we were playing one night, and heard a kid on the other end. He was, probably not that much younger than me. I was, 18 at the time, or maybe 19, and his parents, his mom, came into the room just in a full-on screaming, "You lazy piece of shit! All you do is play video games all day!" And he didn't immediately log out. It went on for like 5 minutes, and I could still see his avatar moving around. Like he was still playing while his mom was just screaming. Oh, it was I muted my mic because I was cackling so hard.
I think if I had to throw one in the hat, and I'll be honest, a lot of my best moments are with Gnome here. But
I'm a real cool guy.
Oh well, you and I go way back. But
You probably heard me break at least 3 controllers. Let's be honest. One of them was on stream.
No, it's not one of these stories, but so The thing is, when we were playing, I think it was whatever Call of Duty game we were playing, but Gnome, he's like laser focused in. Me, I'm just like, I'm not really doing so good. And I totally forget to mute my fucking mic. So while he's so focused in, with the mic close to my mouth, I start chomping on chips loudly to the point that all of a sudden I hear, Red, what are you doing? Mute your fucking mic. And I couldn't even just like swallow the chips. I just like hit mute and just started laughing. And yeah, I think I pissed him off real bad that night. I think I got kicked from the party too. I was like,
most likely. I don't fuck around with this shit. I hear right in my ears, you're getting kicked.
I was just like, yeah, that checks. And I think after a while, because like it wasn't just me and him, there was a bunch of us, and we've had
and all his dumbass friends.
Well, they've all had this like inside joke, like, hey, like all of us when we get together next time, we all get a bag of chips and just we all open that fucker and we all start chomping. Then he's gonna have to leave the party and not kick all of us at once.
I kicked everyone.
You're so salty, Gnome. Come on.
Dude, in person, I can put up with it. But if it's right in my fucking ears, like there's a video of that one girl that just eats pickles really loudly into a mic, and I just want to drive my car through her fucking house.
ASMR.
It's not ASMR. It's atrocious. They're like, do you like it when I chew on this pickle? It's a really
OSMR.
really good crunchy pickle.
So you're dodoing the thing that you hate to us right now. You realize that, right?
And the listeners are probably like,
Big Red can suck a fart. He's done it to me so many times. The amount of times I've lost my voice yelling at him to stop fucking chewing in the mic, by God.
Man's got to eat. Just saying.
You could do it silently on the other end of the fucking mic.
Good times.
Only other time I can think of that is very memorable was 360. This was 360 era because it was GTA 5. First iteration of GTA Online. Fairly early days, and me and this other guy in the lobby are just, driving around shooting at each other, and we are racing right by each other. And I don't know if it was a glitch or what, but his car goes up and corkscrews over mine and then lands perfectly behind me as I turn around. So we end up almost side by side. And we both just looked at each other and we're like, truce. And drove off in opposite directions. Because it was like, that was perfect. Like, it was an action film corkscrew fucking thing where we're both just like, oh, like it'd be in slow motion. And then we just land like side by side. It's like, okay, no, we're done. That's cool. It was nice fighting with you.
All right, that's a great way to end this thing. All right, see ya.
You just like describing that whole scenario made me think of American Dad when like Steve and his friends find like the lost script of Fast and Furious. They're finding like all the secret like hidden gay messages or something like that. It was called
hardcore gay sex is how you know it's really his script.
Shows the scene where like I think Dom and whatever his name is, like one car's upside down, the other one's driving by, and like they're just like slowly into French kiss. It's like the fuck.
Yeah.
Another thing I remember from this is old school 360 days.
Bad
Company 2, and my buddy, actually like two of my friends and my other buddy and his friend, we were playing Bad Company 2, a squad team deathmatch, a little bit of STD, and what we were doing was we would kill an enemy, and we would all run to his body and all teabag him. That was the whole thing we were doing. Was just.
Very much that era, yes.
a chain gang of guys just running from building to building, killing other players, and then just teabagging them. And we kept doing that. And so a guy would see his teammate just get absolutely obliterated by four guys, all running in a straight line to him to teabag him, and then getting 4 easy kills because we were all distracted teabagging. That's one of my favorite moments from Bad Company 2. Rest in peace. Gone too soon.
R.I.P. in peace.
Yes, they need to make a Bad Company 3 now. It's been way too long.
Do you really think EA is gonna pump out that?
They're making a free skate game. Let's give the people what they want, an actual good Battlefield game.
Like, I know they just rebranded Frostbite.
Yeah, they also laid off a bunch of Codemasters boys, which makes me really upsetty spaghetti because they make the dirt games.
Yeah. Well, like last year, what was it? Like a lot of big companies were laying off developers, like by
I
the
think they do that like
thousands.
every couple of years.
Oh, but like this past year was fucking huge.
Yeah,
Like it was just so bizarre. I think Epic and Blizzard were the two big ones
I know
that got rid of a lot. EA, I don't think I heard much from them.
EA did with Codemasters.
Oh, right.
The company who owns whoever makes Insurgency Sandstorm,
I think EA.
that not EA, it's some other company. They the company whoever has developed the developers of Insurgency Sandstorm 2, half of them got laid off and the other half are like being sent to like another company, while a third company is finishing off like the updates for Insurgency 2 Sandstorm.
Oh wow. Shit.
Yeah,
company one more time.
Company.
So it sucks that this is not in fucking Canada yet, but Ted, that series I want to watch badly. That looks so good.
It's so funny. So earlier today, my wife and I both had the day off. We sat on the couch and we watched all 7 episodes. We watched the series from start to finish. And then we took a nap because we ate open-faced pot roast sandwich for lunch, and it was very heavy. Delicious, but heavy. But it is so fucking funny. Like, multiple times I am, like, out loud laughing, like, lean back in the chair. Absolutely. Like, it's Seth... Essentially, it's the classic, like, let Seth MacFarlane cook. Dude knows what he's doing. He's been in the industry for fucking ever. He's only ever had, other than Family Guy's original cancellation, only other show he's ever got canceled was The Cleveland Show.
That's true, yeah.
American Dad and Family Guy are still making new episodes to this day.
Oh, yeah. He's got
the Orville, he recently said, is potentially coming back for season 4. It's not canceled.
Wait, what show?
Orville.
The Orville.
Oh.
His version of Star Trek. And it's incredible. It's so good.
I enjoy it.
It is very much, if you miss like 90s Next Generation era Star Trek, watch the fucking Orville, because it is that. With Norm Macdonald.
I never even got into Star Trek, and I enjoyed the Orville.
Yeah. Like, it's a love letter.
I could see that too.
It's an absolute love letter to the TNG era of Star Trek. Yeah, beautiful. But yeah, no, Ted is fucking hilarious. It's the same off-color humor that you expect. It does like the establishing shot of the house like Family Guy.
Oh, nice.
But in live action, and it's still like the Family Guy like orchestral sitcom music.
Oh, like the flutes playing there?
Yeah, like it feels like it's seriously, it's missing a laugh track and it could come straight out of the 90s.
Nice.
Like but it's as irreverent and R-rated as it is on the big screen. Them just, I mean, oh, what the fuck? Like, constantly.
What's it streaming on?
Peacock.
Peacock.
I think I get that through Comcast.
You probably could. Like, the one clip that
give it a watch. It's so funny.
There's one clip that I seen that made me go, yeah, I now need to watch this. It's when John and Ted smoke pot and they're walking slow-mo down the stairs, like, and they actually are singing Lowrider.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the part that killed me. It was them being caught with who I think it is their sister. Like,
cousin Blair.
Okay.
Yes.
And she like walks in and like catches them, and like Ted just goes like, okay, let's all take a deep breath, and he just like darts out the door down the stairs, and he's all of a sudden on the roof. I'm like, fuck yes, I need to see this now. Incomplete.
Well, yeah, she's like, how did you get up there? And he's like, climb the drain pipe.
You can't stay up there forever. No, I have John give me things from up here. I could sustain myself. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, he's talking about like growing vegetables in the gutters and shit. No, it's funny. There's one I'd seen in a trailer and I didn't have the context for it until I watched the episode, and it's even funnier with context. But it's them in a church, and Ted is like they're like in the middle of mass. It's a Catholic thing, and he's talking to the priest, and the priest is like, Jesus was brought to earth to spread the word that he loves us all. And Ted presses his chest and he goes, "You," and he goes, "Yeah, you'll move there." But he called him Friar Tuck. That's what he's like. Yeah, you'll move, Friar Tuck.
I think like even just from the trailer itself, like them just like it looks like they're just like they're both just laying in beds like, and Ted just John, how bad is high school? It's like your nuts getting smashed together, forming one nut. Like just to hear that, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in for this.
Oh, it's terrible Boston accents.
Yeah.
The cast is hilarious. They all work really well together. Yeah, I am a big fan, and it makes me want to rewatch Ted 1 and Ted 2. So I guess good job there, Seth MacFarlane.
I know, like my wife, she's very interested in the series, and she's like, "Have you watched both of them?" Like, yeah, absolutely. I've watched the first and second one in theaters, and she hasn't seen the second one. And so her and I are going to do a marathon of 1 and 2. And hopefully Peacock does the same thing like they did with Twisted Metal, and they put on Paramount Plus.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Because I hope they do, because, yeah, America's just getting all the good shit, and I guess Trudeau's just too sensitive to a talking teddy bear. Pansy.
Instead, what they should do is they should make their own version of it, but instead of it being a teddy bear, it's a stuffed moose.
No.
And it's just Ricky from Trailer Park Boys.
I mean, that would be funny as fuck. But I would still prefer like a Snuggles bear with a Boston accent.
Oh, I know that Peacock is very happy with the numbers for the show, which bodes well for it getting another season. But it is going to have its detractors online because people are going to claim it's woke and part of the agenda.
Fuck.
So, that's going to be that standard fare, but it's the same people every time, and they weren't going to watch it anyway, so fuck them.
Like, I remember even when Twisted Metal came out, and there was a lot of people saying it was woke. I'm like, how? How is this woke? None of it is.
Woke is the word for things that they don't like.
Don't like.
It's just like, yeah, I watched through Twisted Metal like 3 fucking times.
Twisted Metal was fucking great.
Oh, I'm so happy that season 2 is coming.
Yeah. Anthony Mackie said it at the Game Awards. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy about that. We will finally see a tournament going down, and yeah. Gnome, did you finally watch it yet?
No, I've been meaning to get Peacock. Well, I have Xfinity, and like they're like, oh, you can get Peacock, and I've been just meaning to get it through them, but I haven't yet.
It's such a good.
He's playing with his cock instead of getting Peacock.
You're playing with his Peacock.
That's pretty low effort on my part. I apologize. It was just the best I had in the moment.
It's not the worst. You could save that a bit more. I should be peacocking more often than I am right now.
Ah, yes. Yeah, see. Yep. It could have gone to that next level. I just didn't let it percolate.
Like
you had an idea, and then you're like, release it. You should have let that one stew a little bit more.
Yep, just like, straight out.
Like an archer, he's like, wait, I had something for this. You know what? No, it's gone.
It's gone. It's gone.
As far as like movies go, I will say I'm very excited for the Bob Marley film coming out in February.
Yeah,
I think it comes out on Valentine's Day. Well,
that tracks.
It fits because I think it's called One Love.
Yeah.
The actor that they have playing him, he was in Secret Invasion, playing who's Super Skrull.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
He's a good actor. Secret Invasion just sucked.
Oh yes, it was horrible. But yeah, just seeing the trailers of One Love, like I think they chose a good actor for him. Like
yeah, you could definitely do worse casting than that. He's a good actor. He does have I'm picturing him now with dreadlocks. I can see it.
Yeah. It's definitely gonna be one of those movies, of course, like people are gonna be fucking sobbing in that theater. But
Yeah, well,
it happens. Um yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Is there any films that you guys are looking forward to? Like ones that you're aware of that are coming out this year? I know Ghostbusters is on my
isn't
list.
Ghostbusters is on my list. I think that looks good.
Mhm.
Isn't Furiosa coming out this year?
Yes, I think March that comes out.
Yeah.
Like,
That means I can see it at the Badass Theater in Lexington.
ooh,
What?
yeah. I know for my wife, like she's never seen the Mad Max films and she wants to, and
Oh,
she's like,
yeah.
"Do you have them all on DVD?" I'm like, "Yes," and I will marathon with them with you easily. They're such fucking good films.
You just have to let her know up front, like there is no continuity.
Yeah, no, they're
Like
not
continuity
connected.
does not exist in the Mad Max universe. It's all just folk tales spoken over a fire. Like
Yeah.
details are greatly exaggerated, often fabricated. But yeah, I mean, with that, I mean, I fucking love that franchise. It's one of my favorites. But people are like, when does this one take place? It doesn't matter. Shut up.
No. It's a post-apocalyptic, like you said, campfire stories. And that's awesome. That's a
Yep.
great way to put them. Because yeah, they're not
Yeah.
connected by any means.
Nope.
Fury Road is metal as fuck. But
Yeah.
yeah, like I what was it? She mentioned she's like,
I'm at half stock just because you said Fury Road.
and she's like, is Fury Road like really that good? I was like, yeah, I want to go see it with some buddies, and we both agreed. Like the minute we see the blind guitar player on the hood of the semi truck,
The Doof Warrior.
yeah, we're just like, this is the most metal as fuck film out there. Like holy shit. Yeah, so we will definitely be doing a marathon of the Mad Max films. So yeah,
Did you ever play the game?
yes, I enjoyed it. I would
I
love
did
there to be
too.
another one. Like I know it didn't get Game of the Year, but the fact that we got an open world Mad Max game, like come
Yeah.
on, it sells itself.
I mean, towards the end, it got a little repetitive.
Yeah.
But the story was good. I liked being able to upgrade all the different vehicles. The fighting had a lot of weight to it. Like when you were punching people, it had weight.
Like you felt like you right hooked somebody really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that like implemented with like the PS5 with the DualSense controller.
Oh, that'd be good.
And see what that would feel like. Because that's one of my favorite things about playing on PlayStation is the DualSense.
Fuck. After this,
Like-
I'm gonna be playing some Mad Max tonight.
Yes.
My plan was to keep working on our Unity intro tonight, but us talking about, I'm like, fuck, I might have to put that off for the night just to play some Mad Max.
Yeah. But anyway, back to film and television. Furiosa, yes,
yeah.
I am very fucking excited to watch that. Anna Taylor-Joy, I don't know which one it is. She is fucking amazing. Loved her when I saw her in The Witch all those years ago.
She was in the Super Mario Brothers movie. She voiced Princess Peach.
Yeah.
She did pretty good in that one.
Oh, she's good in everything she does.
Oh yeah. What was that?
So yeah,
thriller?
super excited to see her take that over. The Menu?
Yeah. She was in that, right?
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was also in
her and Nicholas Holt and Ray Fiennes and John Leguizamo and everybody's in that fucking movie.
I would like a cheeseburger, an American cheeseburger.
What was the other? She was in Peaky Blinders as well.
I still have yet to watch that show.
Great show.
Yeah. I think because like really nothing's on the radar for me for like Marvel or DC that is coming out this year.
I just watched the Marvels.
What'd you think of that? Because we went to go see that in theaters.
I really liked it. I thought it was just a charming ass little movie.
Yeah, like it was fun, I will be honest. Did I hate it? No.
It was fun.
It was fun. That's all that mattered to me. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. I will say I lost my shit in the theater when I saw the end credits though.
Yeah, that was
fucking Big Blue, baby.
I
Oh,
hope they're paying Ron Wasserman for his fucking X-Men.
they fucking better. Oh, I hope we finally get a release date for the continuation of X-Men 97.
I mean, the toys have been out in stores for a while. So.
Yeah, and they look good. What was that? I think It's not here yet, but I got a hold of both. I think it's Magneto and Gambit for my collection. Because like
Marjorie.
I do have like the white suit Magneto, but just
Oh, dope.
that red and like that purple
Purple.
helmet. Oh, that just
Yeah.
looks badass.
No, that's the look. That's the
Mhm.
look.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's
do they sell the Juggernaut, bitch?
No.
did you say Juggernaut or Jerkernaut?
Juggernaut. The reference from that cartoon parody.
I
somebody
know
made.
what it's a fucking reference
I'm
from.
the Juggernaut, bitch. My suit's made out of
Get
latex.
out of my head, Charles.
And I love how they referenced it in that one movie. It's like, I'm
Oh
the
yeah,
Juggernaut, bitch, and then runs right into
with
the wall and knocks
fucking
himself out.
Vinnie Jones playing the Juggernaut because it was in the early aughts, and fucking
Yeah.
why not?
I think they don't have anything new Juggernaut figure wise, but I know like Marvel Legends a couple years back they did a Juggernaut figure that you can get that he's about yay big and he's just a big beefy fucker, and I wish I knew that back then because now it's like a couple hundred to get him even out of the box.
Yeah.
Because yeah, if I gotta say one of my favorite big brutes, it's definitely him. There was a statue that I seen that it was what was it? It was Juggernaut versus Colossus.
Mm,
And it has them like head to head, like, both like linked up, like holding fists, while you can see like the imprint of their feet pushing the ground behind them.
nice.
I'm like, oh man, shut up and take my money. I would love that in my
Yeah.
office.
That's how I've got my Red Death versus Flash display on my action figures back here. They're on like a rock stand that's designed for two figures.
Cool.
And so I've got them both speed running at each other, but I've got Red Death delivering an uppercut to the Flash, and I've got the Flash's head turned up and away
He's just getting
from
it
where he's
delivered.
getting uppercutted, but the rest of his body is still moving like he's running. Like he just
Nice.
ran to the punch. So that's how I've got them displayed up there.
I see like how some collectors out there with their figures, how they have like their whole room office with like
Mhm.
the translucent holders that they could have screwed into the wall, and it's like a whole
Right.
scene of a fight. It looks amazing. It looks like a lot of maintenance that I am just not ready for.
Yes.
I'm like, no,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah, like I'll gladly just have them surrounded on my desk and behind me as is. I think the newest roundup you could see is Woody and the gang on the fucking mini fridge.
I noticed them back there.
So the thing is that the Woody and Buzz figures, my brother and I, we each got a set from Disney when we went last year. But my mom, she found the Bullseye and the Jessie for us, like as Christmas gifts.
Nice.
She's like, it's nice to keep them as a set. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, totally. If I were to add any other members, either probably Zurg or Slinky.
I would get Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah, Mr. Potato Head I would throw in.
Rest in peace, Don Rickles. Going way too soon.
Oh, fuck.
Well, and Jim Varney did Slinky Dog. He's been gone for a while.
Yeah, shit. I think
Yeah.
if I were to get two more Toy Story characters to go with, probably be Potato Head and Slinky. Just for them. But yeah.
Do you think Slinky likes peanut butter?
Fuck off. No.
God damn it.
Don't go there, man. We're keeping it wholesome for like a few seconds there. What is going on?
Sorry, I had to.
It's all good. It wouldn't be an episode without you getting perverted like you do.
No, that's not what was implied.
They're like, did you see what I threw on the fucking like gnome scene in Unity there on the walls there, Captain?
No, I didn't look.
There's like one like because I found like banner flags and whatnot, and I found some frat house ones. And and I found one where it's a big huge flag that's on a wall. And in the center, it's a red Solo cup with beer with a beer pong in it. And the caption around it says, "I came here to get my balls wet." I'm just
Yeah,
like,
that sounds right.
That's him.
I came here for 2 reasons: chew bubble gum and get my balls wet, and I finished all the gum.
I do hope by the time I upload this next week, the new intro will be up and going by then.
I hope it's not, so people like listen to this are like, what the fuck's he talking about? We saw
Where
it.
is
There's
it?
no new intro.
Nah, it should be
Where's
up and
the
going
intro?
by then. Like I'm damn near done all 3 art scenes, and all that's left is to get the recording track going and post processing, and then that's it. But yeah, that's been a trip. But getting back to TV and film, is there anything on your guys' radar? Movies, TV shows that are up and coming, even if it's a
Well,
new season?
Jack Reacher just released a new season. I've been kind of dipping into that here and there. Great show. It's got Thad Castle from
Blue
Blue Mountain
Mountain
State.
State?
Yeah,
Holy shit!
yeah, it's a great show, but like it's so fucking cheesy
Mm,
and like all the weird ways. Like the guy like knows everything about everything. It's hilarious. Because
so
there's a scene in season 1 where this guy's in a hotel room and he's stuck because people outside are trying to kill him. He goes, "All right, describe the hotel room to me." And he describes. He goes, "Oh, it looks like it was made between the 60s and 70s. So the studs should be this far apart. So you should be able to squeeze through them." It's like that's fucking stupid. You see, like you just break a hole in the wall, squeeze through the studs. It's like how
so
fucking
is this Jack Reacher like a new MacGyver kind of sounding thing?
no. So he's like he's former military.
Yeah.
He's a fucking animal. You know Thad Castle. He's like 6'5", a professional linebacker almost.
Professional.
Yeah, he's college. He got drafted.
No.
He didn't last long, but he got drafted.
No, he didn't.
So he's just like an absolute fucking monster of a man. As he was like his former military, and he doesn't like being tied down. He just goes wherever. Doesn't have a car. He buys clothes all the time. He's got like essentially a bottomless bank account, and he just does odd jobs here and there whenever he's needed, and he always gets into trouble.
Okay.
But it's a great series. It's on Prime.
I think I've seen it advertised. I might give it a go. I know my wife and I we're just finishing up the Marvelous Ms. Maisel.
Don't get it mixed up with
Lois Lane.
So
don't get it mixed up with Jack Reacher, which is
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, because Jack Reacher is supposed to be 6'5" and an absolute monster of a man. The one with Tom Cruise, he's about 5'6" and not a monster of a man. He's a child of a man.
He's in the fudge packing factory.
he's an Oompa Loompa, essentially compared to the actual Jack Reacher. And it's supposed to, he's supposed to be like a badass and everything. It's hard to take Tom Cruise more seriously when I've found out about his lack of a tall stature.
I just never took him seriously. The only movie I think I somewhat enjoyed with him in it is Days of Thunder, and that was it.
What about Top Gun? You didn't like Top Gun?
I've never seen Top Gun. I don't really have interest. If it has to do with like military Air Force shit, like I'm not really gonna go out of my way to see it. Like the last military film I watched was Jarhead.
That was a great one.
And that was a good one, absolutely. But other than that, I don't really go out on my way to see anything military, Air Force, whatever.
I'm excited about their filming right now the back half of the most recent season of Chucky, so that will be out later this year.
Oh, fuck.
I'm very excited to see where it goes with Damballa having forsaken Chucky. So now he's aging out in his doll form.
No, fuck.
So I'm very curious to see what happens there. New season of Doctor Who is in May. Very, very excited about that. 15th Doctor, Ruby Sunday, his new companion. They said that they're going to lean more into the fantasy as opposed to sci-fi going forward. So I'm very curious to see where that's going to lead. And the final season of Star Trek Discovery is coming this year as well.
Fuck, are you ready to say goodbye to that?
I wish that we had more time with it.
Yeah.
But I think, depending on how they want to wrap it up, like the Discovery's already had such a crazy journey from starting as a prequel series to the original,
Mm-hmm.
And then now they are in the far-flung future. They're 1,000 years past where we left people in Next Generation. So now we get to see what the universe looks like that far out, and what the technology looks like. And you get this fish out of water circumstance, with the crew having come from, TOS era.
Yeah.
But I mean, without Discovery, we never would have gotten Strange New Worlds. Strange New Worlds is absolutely incredible. They're filming the new season of that right now too, so I don't know when that'll be here, but I'm looking forward to all of those. Movie-wise, I really haven't been paying much attention to what's coming out. I know that there's a new Godzilla vs. Kong.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw Godzilla -1.
Is that any good?
That movie fucking ruled. It's all in Japanese.
Yeah.
But it's subtitled.
Yeah, I've heard it's great.
It's fucking great.
I wouldn't mind giving that a try, because what was it? I used to watch like some kaiju films growing up, and then when I got to that 2000s Godzilla, I was like, fuck no, I'm done.
No, 1998.
98, yeah. And I was like, yeah, I'm good. And I think I didn't start finally watching them again until Skull Island.
Mm-hmm.
So like they've been good. Kong versus Godzilla was awesome. I know,
Yeah,
as silly as it was for me to put my bets down that the monkey was gonna kick the shit out of a lizard. I'm like, wait, the fucker's nuclear. He's done for.
yeah.
But yeah, I'll still always be in the corner cheering on Kong, no problem. But
Kong. It's all about Godzilla, baby.
I know, and Godzilla's kick ass. I'm not saying he isn't, but
can we just bring back an era of like shitty 30s monster movies or whatever?
Like guys in rubber suits just fucking fighting.
Yeah, but like with like made by like super cheap like companies that made like Godzilla -1, because that movie fucking ruled.
If that were to happen, it would be like the first South Park Christmas special, where every time it went in between like musical skits, it was some news reporter just looking at the camera saying, "Fighting the Frizzies at 11." And then on to the next skit. And finally when I get to the credits, and now fighting the Frizzies at 11. And it's just him boxing some dude in a bear suit. Fuck. Oh boy.
There's also a new Planet of the Apes.
I've seen some footage for that. That looks good, although I've never seen any of the Planet of the Apes films. I'm aware of it.
This is a sequel to the most recent trilogy. It takes place several generations after the final film.
Oh no way.
So after the third movie, then this is several generations later. So as the world has evolved, we pick back up with the descendants of the character that we followed, whose name is Caesar, and was portrayed by Andy Serkis.
Okay. Oh, he's a good actor, especially in motion cap.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. Wait, didn't he play Claw in Black Panther?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. All right, I might give it a go.
Those I will say the Planet of the Apes trilogy, that they, like I said, the most recent one, those are some of my favorite action films from the last 20 years.
Okay.
Like, I don't own a lot of films in 4K. I own that trilogy in 4K.
That's understandable if it means that much to you.
Yeah, it's so fucking good. So I'm very excited to see what they do next with it.
Oh yeah. Speaking of South Park, did you guys see the most recent special that was on Paramount Plus? Fuck.
Gotta have cred.
They took all shots on YouTube influencers, especially Logan Paul, and OnlyFans.
Okay, but
like, fuck.
I will say that the Prime energy drink that they're making fun of, or hydration drink, is actually pretty tasty.
It is delicious.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's fucking good. I like they get the moon whatever one.
Oh yeah, that one's good.
That one's delicious.
The ice pop one tastes like lemonade, like a pink lemonade. It's delightful.
I think they have like a bomb pop one too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
Oh yeah, fucking.
it ends up tasting kind of like a pink lemonade. It's so good.
Yeah. You know what? One thing I really miss is Dew SA. And it's Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
It's Mountain Dew, but it's like all three flavors combined, and it tastes like a rocket pop.
Oh,
I remember
shit.
that. They would put it out around the 4th of July.
Yep. I wish they would keep sticking to like seasonal shit.
Hey, but Baja Blast is in stores all year, baby.
Yeah. But
we can at least get that here at fucking Taco Bell.
Yeah. They also made this thing called Dew Shine, and it was like,
oh, I remember that.
It was delicious. It kind of tasted like 7-Up, but with way less carbonation. But by golly, it would go down the gullet so smooth and so tasty.
Man,
so good and so tasty.
So
honestly,
tasty.
Honestly, I think I have seen a few of the odd drinks when I was last in the States that I really wish we had here in Canada. Like, however, there are some food vendors that I really question what the fuck for the States. Like, I think there was there was one vendor that I seen like in LA, not even in Disneyland or Universal, and they were selling like deep fried butter on a stick.
Sure.
I was like, what? It's like, what?
The limit is one per customer. Because if you eat two, your heart will start to click, and you're probably having a stroke.
I just like looked at that. I'm like, this is a joke, right? And no, I see a kid and a mom walking away with one. I'm like, oh my god. Okay, cool. Moving on now. I didn't want to try one. I'm like, carry
everything. And I know there's some good flavors of Mountain Dew, like that you can only get in certain places. Like there's a chain in the Midwest called Casey's. That's like Illinois, like Indiana, Ohio, or not Ohio, like Indiana, probably Iowa, and they have it's not Livewire. It's called, I forget what the flavor is, but by golly, it's kind of like Livewire, but not.
That was
quite.
The orange one, right?
Yeah, and it's delicious. I know B-Dubs has their own flavor, and I always forget to get it when I go there.
KFC has their own flavor.
Yes, Sweet Lightning.
I think the
Sweet Lightning.
The one food item that I can't wait to try when I go back next year is the bloomin' onion from Outback Steakhouse.
Yes.
Yeah, that thing's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. Never have that shit on your own. Go with a group. But I heard about it. We went to an Outback Steakhouse. It was brought to us. Thing's fucking massive. But to see that with the dip, I'm like, holy shit. Yeah, this is amazing. I'm like, might take a few years off my life with this, but this is good. Fuck.
Here for a good time, not a long time, baby.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh my god. What a round of topics we went from. We went from like banters on the gaming industry, from to like some TV, movies. Now we're talking food. Holy shit, we're doing a whole culture of pop culture right now. Jesus fuck.
Well, while we're on the subject, what is the best style of pizza?
Like,
and why is it Chicago deep dish?
Okay, I've never had Chicago deep dish. It looks good, and I would try it when I go to Chicago. But I think if I had to pick, it would probably be buffalo chicken pizza. That's my all-time favorite.
There's like deep dish, New York style, Detroit style.
Yeah,
he's talking more crust style as opposed to topping style.
Yeah. Oh, you fucking Dingleberry Dingus! And if you say cauliflower crust or whatever, I'm gonna fucking go to Canada and punch you right in the pussy lips.
I would say probably stuffed crust.
That is pretty good.
Stuffed crust pizza, I would say. Especially like, and I know like I don't eat there often. There's one other local chain that does it, but with their stuffed crust at Little Caesars, they'll put like Parmesan cheese on the crust.
Yeah,
That's always a nice touch, but
Mm-hmm.
very
I like when
rarely
they
get
added
there.
they have like pepperoni sometimes too. They'll do that occasionally,
Yeah,
Mm.
they
and
had a
onions.
promo for what was it for when the Batman came out, and they had
Oh
like
yeah,
they
it
had
was like
like the pizza that was shaped like the Batman logo. Oh, so good.
yeah, a Little Caesar's price to flavor, it fucks. It rules.
Oh,
It's
for
so
sure.
cheap.
True. Yeah.
And anyone who
And I
disagrees,
prefer their cheese. I think that they have better cheese than
yes,
Domino's or Pizza Hut.
Yeah, Domino's, like when I was a kid, that was really good, but lately, like it's shit.
hmm
Like,
I always get their pan pizza
okay.
from Domino's. I really like that crispy edge and the slightly thicker crust.
that is really good.
Um, that's always my go-to. If I get a Domino's pizza, I'll get a medium pan with bacon and banana pepper.
My go-to, if it's not the buffalo chicken ranch pizza, I will go for the Brooklyn style pepperoni. That's
Mm-hmm.
usually my go-to. It is so good. But yeah, their cheese bread could use more care on that. It just
So I guess to answer Gnome's question, Detroit pizza, that pan style, that would be my pick.
I like the French bread or whatever, French bread pizza style.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
I do love me some Chicago deep dish,
Oh
but
yeah,
considering I never have it unless I'm in Chicago, I can't rank it amongst my favorites because it's not something I have access to.
there's no like places down there that do Chicago deep dish.
Nah. We had a place trying to do Chicago Italian beef for a minute, but they went out of business real quick.
Ah, for
yeah.
fucking.
There's
There's a
no
place by me that would, like one of those fast food restaurants that just serves everything, like gyros, burgers, all that gibbery jazz, Italian beefs. They closed down, I think last year or the year before, and I got to pour one out for the boys. That was a great restaurant.
So getting to the end here, since we're talking about foods, especially
Mhm.
pizzas. Now I know, Captain, you're not one for McDonald's, which totally fair.
You're a smart man.
I want us to go around and give our fast food last meal before we fucking get fried. Let's start with Captain on this one.
I mean, does it all have to be from one restaurant?
You can go for a few.
Fast food last meal. Five Guys burger, double cheeseburger with bacon, pickles, raw onion, mustard, jalapenos,
Ooh.
with their fries and a vanilla Coke.
You're gonna get Five Guys fries.
Yes.
They're good. They are good, especially with the Cajun seasoning. Ooh.
And a side of the malt vinegar to dunk the fries in.
Oh yeah, it's a good one. Gnome.
I don't know why.
That would be it.
I don't
I
know
would
why
die
for some
happy.
reason I thought you said malt liquor for a second. I was like, you're gonna dunk it in malt liquor? That's fucking gross. Malt vinegar. That makes sense.
Hey, don't! It's my last meal. Don't judge me. If I want to dip my fries in the malt liquor, I can dip my fucking fries in the malt liquor.
That's gonna be quite the explosion if it's like 150 proof. Like, shit.
Yeah.
They're gonna be on the other side of the glass, just like hitting the switch with the stick. But like, it's gonna go big.
It's gonna be the opposite of when Magneto pulled the iron out of the guy's blood and be like, "Too much alcohol in your blood."
Yeah. Hey kids,
Like
want
a-
to see a magic trick? Boom.
Yeah.
Check this out. He's there? No, he's not.
Where'd he go? Over there, over there, over there, and over there.
You're probably wondering.
The
what
gore
happened
would
to
be
him.
like a scene from The Boys.
Oh. Gnome, what's your last meal?
Probably a Five Guys burger for sure. The double with bacon.
Yeah.
The fries. Probably from a local restaurant called Uncle Nick's. Sweet potato fries, because those fucking rule. A delicious, if I could get it, Baja Blast Mountain Dew to wash that down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or no, the Casey's Mountain Dew, Casey's, whatever their flavor is, because that fucking rules. Special Mountain Dew. Probably just a big old cup of like nacho cheese to dip all that in. Dip the burger in.
Okay. Interesting.
And then for my dessert, from Portillo's, a chocolate cake shake.
I want to try that so fucking bad, dude. That looks amazing.
You come to my area, Daddy will buy you one.
Oh, I'm gonna hold you up to that, fucker.
But you get a medium because by God, it's so fucking expensive.
No, I can imagine. I can fucking imagine. Okay, for my last meal, you guys
can
are
get
going
whatever you want
you
as long as it's on the
guys-
dollar menu.
Fuck.
What's your last meal?
You guys went for Five Guys. I'm gonna go with Fat Burger, and I'm gonna go for the double fat with cheese. Go for their triple thick Oreo shake. Go for their buffalo ribs, and then a small poutine to keep it Canadian, and then fucking drop the switch on me. I'll die happy. They're gonna smell spicy shits later, but I don't care.
How are we getting executed? Is it the electric chair?
I mean, it probably could, or lethal injection, one of the two. Or
No,
there's that one fucking contraption they're talking about of like beheading. It's like all done by fucking robot.
I think that was just a meme or like satire.
Okay, I remember
like,
seeing that. I was like,
notice
are you fucking for real?
They put you in
Yeah,
a
I feel like a
coffin.
robot. That'd be a liability for the state.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
'cause
like seeing this footage. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me here. Holy fuck.
Watch it not even like rip the head off. It like grabs every individual finger and rips it off.
Oh,
Or it's like the fucking thing from RoboCop where it's like, you have 15 seconds to comply.
yeah, no shit. Oh my god.
Do you comply? Do you comply? It's like that from Fallout, just going back and forth. Do you comply? 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 And the robot's like, am I complying? And then has a fucking seizure.
Well, thank you all for complying and listening to this episode of BPGN Podcast. Thank you very much for tuning in. More episodes are to come. They'll be coming every 2 weeks now. We're all...
I already did.
Yeah. Fuck's sakes, dude. God damn you. Yeah, we're all going full swing again. Holidays are over. So expect us to be around more often this season. Season 4, baby. We are here for it. So
season 4.
So as always, I am the Big Greg Gamer. Alongside with me,
Captain Chronoton.
and alongside with him,
Papa Gnome.
we will all see you guys in the next episode. Until then, Excelsior.